Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome back to the 92 Stratos Rehab project. There's a lot of things happening quickly at this point. It's pretty exciting, so you're going to want to stick around. Okay, honestly, I don't remember the last time you guys saw this boat. Things are getting a little fuzzy for me. I'm a little behind on editing videos, and I'll promise you I'll get them out as soon as I can. My issue is Dave's leaving in a week. Well, 10 days. And the goal is to get this boat back in the water to do sea trials in 7 days. Today is day number 73. My next one won't take half this long, but part of that is me making mistakes and having to learn as I go. I am not a professional boat builder yet. That is the ultimate goal. My second career, I'm construction for 37 years. I've had enough of that. It is currently still paying the bills, so I'm thankful for that part of it. But this is where my passion is right now. So here's where we are. Over the last few days, we have hung the motor, connected. We have the oil tank in prime connected to the motor. The fuel lines are in, not connected to the tanks yet. We haven't put the tanks in because it's a lot easier to run wiring without the tanks in the way. It's actually really easy in this boat with no tanks in it. All the pumps are in, with the exception of a manual bilge pump we have decided to add. Just as a safety precaution, the automatic bilge pump is not a float-driven pump. It is a wet switch pump, which work great most of the time. But I also have wet switches on some of my advanced electronics on the Red Ranger, which finally came home yesterday. And I have had them fail, which is fine for electronics. A bilge pump failing is not. So we're going to add a second bilge pump. We're going to have like 2,200 gallons per hour capacity in this boat. I know this boat will not sink. I can have proven that twice. It has been full of water. Neither time I was in it. Both times it was tied up and had a massive cold front blow through that put waves over the boat at the dock. And it fills up with water. It just won't sink. So with the bilge pump, it's going to be safe, and safety is my primary concern. A lot of the wiring that you see is messy. We'll take a look up here. And it gets really messy, but what we decided to do, instead of ditching all of the old harness that was in here, which was, I don't know, 100 extra wires over what we really needed, we decided to reuse it, because even though the outer insulation is faded, when you strip the wire down, it is copper tinned wire made prior to 1992, which is honestly better quality wire than I can get right now. I mean, most of the marine grade wires now are copper clad aluminum, which they work fine. This stuff has worked for, I don't know, 50 years. Been using this kind of stuff in the recreational marine industry, and it's just perfect. It's a little brittle. You gotta be careful with it, but it is it's top notch. And when you skin it back, you can't tell it's not brand new wire other than the insulation is faded. So we're using a lot of the existing harness, and we're taking about 3/4 of it out, because I'm not going to leave a bunch of extra wires in this boat. But what we have going is the dash finally came out of the makeshift spray booth, and we've got the gauges in it. The centerpiece of the dash with the big gauges, it's ready to go in. Actually, it's been in. We took it back out only because we still have to fill and prime the Seastar helm, the new Seastar helm we put in. And it would be in the way and in jeopardy of being damaged if we spilled any Seastar fluid, which we're going to try not to, but we take it out, piece of cake. We're not going to take any chances. All of this wiring you see down here around the hot foot, which is connected and it works and is adjusted. We haven't screwed it down yet. We'll put a temp screw in it for our maiden voyage. but it will get permanently screwed down after I get the sea deck in the floor of the cockpit here. All of this wiring runs in both directions, because underneath here there is a panel that goes in on the starboard side of the driver's leg, and on that panel we're going to have two Blue Water, I think is the name of it. It's a really good marine fuse panels. I have them in the rest of my boats. I've never had a problem with those panels. But what we'll have is two 12 fuse panels. We're bringing, with the exception of the talons and the jack plate, all of the power is coming to here, and it's going to get split off in these fuse panels, which will be easily accessible, properly labeled, and out of the way, which is not what you normally find in a boat. That has been one of my biggest complaints in my previous boats, is that, okay, I blew a fuse. Now, where is the fuse panel? And do I need 14 tools to get to it just so I can see which fuse is blown? So they're going to be under the dash, tucked up high, out of the way. Yes, you're going to have to lay down in the cockpit. Yes, you will be able to see what's going on, and you can replace fuses, piece of cake. That is a design criteria I had from the very beginning, is ease of maintenance and repair. Further ahead, well, actually it goes here, but it's over there. Underneath this plastic are our boat seats. I perfected, sort of, spraying of gel coat last week. And on the seat pedestal, or the seat base, I have sprayed, hopefully you can see this. It's kind of tough to see it without the sun. But we have black flake and green metal flake sprayed, and then cleared, and then cleared, and then cleared again. To the rubber edge guard here. This will be mounted directly to the floor. Seats are mounted. We do need to get some longer screws over the ones that were provided for this. They were just too short to hold very well. Bottoms are solid. We do have a jump seat that folds down and acts as a step. This is ready to go in the boat, other than replacing 8 screws. But I'll throw a picture of it. I took a picture of it yesterday when it was before I covered it up. We're just trying to keep it clean and undamaged, but ready to go in the boat, which probably will be Wednesday or Thursday of next week. Shooting for day number 80 next Saturday. Putting it in the water with a chase boat, one of these 3, with Nathan in it, so we can do some trial runs of the motor and make sure pumps and everything are working. We're not putting any electronics on the boat yet. We're not putting trolling motor on the boat yet, because that's not a priority. All of that stuff I've done many of that kind of boat improvements for myself and for some of my friends. At some point, I might actually get paid to do it, which would be cool. I enjoy doing it, and if you can get paid and enjoy doing it, that's the best of both worlds, I guess. We're getting really close, and it's getting exciting. Today, Nathan's coming to help. We're going to put the last of the colored gel coat on the boat. The cap is done. It has not been wet sanded yet. From the rub rail down has been sanded. Got all of the old uncured gel coat, my mistake, off. And today we're going to do the moon dust, probably 4 thin coats. And then tomorrow I will do the black, at least 4 thin coats. And all of the color gel coat will be done. Then it'll be down to sanding and spraying clear, but I will probably not spray the clear and the flake until, I don't know, 2 weeks from now. We're going to get the boat in the water, making sure that it is mechanically sound, and then we'll put it back right here, and I'll finish the cosmetic stuff at a much slower pace, at least for me. Probably be the same speed for you guys getting videos, but at least I can breathe and take my time. I haven't been on the water since the tournament 2 weeks ago, because I've been focused out here or in the rod shop, because of all this work I got behind in building custom rods. I got to catch that back up. And you know, I do like sleep. I know you guys who know me well know I don't sleep much, but I do need some. So anyway, that is the day 73 update. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in a few days. Adios.